I don't ever slow up, no I don't take sh**. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take sh**. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains that last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah. Now that I've been put through, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take sh**. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take sh**. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams and some honestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go, make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable. Thoughts in my head, a collage and they spread. I'll be great one day, going off of my meds. No, I'm not giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I will make it to the top, taking off in the wind. I gotta make it, I'm saving every day to taste it. I'm patient, but my mind, it can hardly take it. I'm chasing a dream that I've had for several ages. A vacant, modern kingdom for the taking. Now that I've been put through, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take sh**. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take sh**. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough.
It's your boy Miguel Z with the Value of Wrestling New Japan Rebound Podcast. I've got a guest for you folks at StocktonCon.
What up, everybody? AJ Kirsch here, the voice and the host of StocktonCon. The Value of Wrestling is awesome, so subscribe on YouTube. Scan the QR code right here, now. Subscribe, check it out.
There we go.
You'll be glad you did.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, that boy. Hey, man, shout out to Value of Wrestling. I'm right here with the Big Oos, San Jose. We gonna shut this shit down. Love and respect, though, right? Value of Wrestling. Hello.
Man, it's the Value Wrestling. I'm the big time Mr. Z. We're here with the indie god himself, Matt Cardona. This is real. The Choppy is about to go down. Let's see it. Oh.
This guy just paid me $50. Matt Cardona, check out the Value of Wrestling.
Cool. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. We are live right here on the Value of Wrestling. Live on YouTube, live and in living color. We are back for tonight, for the eve of the SummerSlam, for your SmackDown post-show review. Lots to talk about, lots to get into before we go into tomorrow night. SummerSlam. Big pay-per-view, and we'll be here tomorrow night to cover all that. It's going to be a long weekend, gentlemen. Are you ready? I hope you are. On the big time, along with Mr. Paulus, Clarke, and the one and only Mr. Miguel Z, the master of New Japan, or at least that's what he thinks. That, or he's the master of comeback, sort of. I don't know. He's having a war with somebody else in the chat. But anyways, if you're here joining the chat, joining the conversation, tell us what you're thinking.
He wants to be my best friend. He wants to stroke my wiener. My dog.
Remember, we're on YouTube and not Patreon.
Oh, it would have been a lot worse if it was Patreon.
So,
if we were on Patreon, I'd have some words.
we are here. We are here. We are here. That is for sure. Smackdown tonight. A little better than last week. Felt a little like they were trying to get stuff together. Otherwise, it was a show. I guess we got a big shark at the end of the show, but we'll definitely break that down. But we're going to start off with Cody Rhodes coming to the ring. Here we get, Cody coming out, followed by Solo Sikoa and the Bloodline. We get Roman chants ring out through the building. The Timu Tribal Chief signs are loud and proud and dead center in the screen. We are in Cleveland. Anyways, break it down. They go back and forth, and by the end of this, we are told that the match will now be a Bloodline rules match. So this means everything goes, anything goes. Everybody's going to help out. So this definitely tells you there's going to be some type of surprise, some type of swerve. Will Randy Orton return? Will Kevin Owens be finally returned? Will Jimmy Uso make a return? Will Roman Reigns return? Will The Rock return? Is Hikuleo going to play a part in this? Is Zilla Fatu, who's actually in the Cleveland area tonight, working for GCW, going to make some type of surprise appearance, even though he does have another date in GCW, I believe on Sunday in New Jersey, with the always ready Mr. Choppy himself, Matt Cardona. Always got to leave it hanging so we can see Mr. Z feel it. You say Matt Cardona, choppy, and he's feel it in the chest. Anyways, Cody Rhodes.
He remains.
Cody Rhodes opens the show. Solo Sikoa, the boys get around the ring. Cody calls them all out, talking about Tama Tonga, their history, Tonga Leo and their history, and Jacob Fatu. A good opening little segment here. We're going to get a Bloodline rules match, but I guess that's one way to lead to all of that. Your thoughts on this opening, gentlemen?
Go ahead, Mr. Clarke. You first.
Why does WWE always have their champion lose in their hometown? Because it's a big deal. Yeah, we did have somebody lose their title in their hometown. And we may have somebody else losing their title in their hometown tomorrow. We'll have to wait and see.
That's very true. We suspect that tomorrow, and if you don't know, you can go to Patreon where we did our predictions already. Now, as far as tonight goes, that sign, it was the perfect sign, talking about the Timu bloodline. That's kind of how I felt about this segment with Cody and Solo. Like, Cody's doing the best he can, but the way Solo's been presented, I'm like, I'm just starting to care less and less.
Yeah,
That's true.
it is what it is. Go ahead, Mr. Z.
It's just that the crowd loved it, but I'm not excited for this. Not as excited as I should be.
Mm-hmm.
But tomorrow could be a different day, and we might, see just what happens.
Yeah. It's interesting. The storyline's kind of been there, kind of not been there. It is what it is. I don't know if it's been great. I think we're leading to this Bloodline rules match, so all chaos can fall out, and we're going to see how all this chaos comes together, how it plays out. I think the Bloodline rules is going to be bigger than the title match, which is going to be the main match on the card, which I think is still wrong. I think CM Punk and Drew McIntyre deserve that spot. But it looks like with Bloodline rules, we're going to change it up and see how that all plays into it going forward. Anywho, after that, we had Andrade versus Carmelo Hayes. This match was set up last week. This is a rematch between these two. A good, solid match between these two guys. This match went 16 minutes and 5 seconds. A good, solid win. Andrade getting the pin here again. Looking good. It was a mid-match. I definitely think, 3.5 stars. It's not wrong on this match. It was a good, solid match between these two. Carmelo Hayes and Andrade showing what they can do in this style of match. We're going to have to wait and see how it all plays out going forward from here. But Andrade picking up another win. Carmelo Hayes taking another loss. It's very interesting.
Yeah, I think I posted on X. I was torn between this one because I'm a fan of both of them, and they put on a good show as far as I seen. It was a great in-ring match. but there's I don't know if there's any build to what's going to happen after this, or are they just going to keep this going? I mean, for what it was solid.
Right now, we're being preconditioned to look at Carmelo Hayes on the main roster to be a loser. That's all I got out of this. Besides, it's like, cool win for Andrade, but at this point, who would he beat from a main roster perspective? And I loved his run in NXT. That's the sad part.
I mean to do that.
Yeah. Oh man.
Damn it, quit.
But I mean, like, my thing would be is more of, I mean, I haven't seen their work on speed, so I don't know how their match work's been there. Because I mean, I think they've gone back and forth there as well. So, you know, like you said, they're presenting Carmelo Hayes as a loser on the main roster, and it hurts them.
Like, they're trying to keep the same character that he had on NXT, which is a positive. I think it should go from NXT straight to main roster. But he's not living up to his own hype.
No.
And that's just because of the way he's booked.
Right.
Anyways, from there, we are in Gorilla, Santos, Escobar, rallies, Legado. It's rallying Legado down Fantasma because they feel like another big joke. They fell short last week of their height. Tonight, Escobar begins turning things around by taking care of Apollo Crews, or Apollo. Woo! Yes, Apollo Crews making his return. We had Santos Escobar with Legado down Fantasma taking on Apollo Crews with Baron Corbin. Oh, yay. This match was short-lived. Phantom Driver gave Escobar the win. The match went 3 minutes, 32 seconds. I don't think this did anything for anybody. Yes,
no.
The person that grabbed Corbin was I forget if it was Angel or Hector. I forgot who crawled under the ring. So anybody who didn't catch that, which is, no. It wasn't a surprise. It was just one of the boys crawled under. This match was a wasted time. Didn't help anybody get over or get going forward. In the back, Byron is talking to Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. They are very confident and remind us that Fire and Dawn didn't pin them to win those belts. They're going to step on Fire and Dawn and then walk out with the belts. From there, we had the break, after which Logan Paul will get some kind of homecoming celebration. After the break, Nick Aldis brings out Cleveland's own Logan Paul. The crowd does not like Paul Logan. Logan has the U.S. title, gets the mic and plays with the crowd. He gets to business and says LA Knight is the most eager man he's been around to take off his belt. Given some recent revelations about his YouTube scene. I find that okay. Well, anyways, there was these dignitaries, and then Nick Aldis brought into question about these dignitaries, and he got cut off by Logan Paul. Logan Paul exposed this banner that was going to hang up in the arena. Much like your baseball, your basketball, your football teams, they all get their banners that hang up in the things that say the world champion. Logan Paul got his banner when it came on down, and it had the words "yeah" written across it. LA Knight's music then played. He came out and apologized for ruining the banner and said he was going to go fix a new one. He ran into Petty Deadly, who were trying to sell their
musical.
Yes. I don't know what that Rhodes versus Solo Sikoa, Rhodes champion. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, Pretty Deadly tried to sell their musical, and then he walked on with that, eventually finding Logan Paul's GTA 6 or 5 truck, whatever, this weird combobulation of a vehicle, waited for Logan Paul to come up and then took off in his vehicle, and you're like, okay, cool. I guess it continues the storyline. I don't know. I guess we need to advertise more Prime. So that's what we got. And I don't know what to make of any of this. This vehicle was weird looking. It was written all in Prime. Nobody's driving that around unless it's a Prime on an advertisement stint. But anyways, Logan Paul and LA Knight going to finish this out tomorrow, thankfully. LA Knight seemed a little lost when he was walking through the backstage. It just, he was better than this. I've seen better from Eli Drake, LA Knight, over the years than this backstage segment where he kind of wandered around, kind of feeling like he was trying to make it up on the fly. And I'm just like, not the best work to wind up with a truck and have no point to it other than he stole his car, which is like, okay, why is the good guy stealing the bad guy's car? Your thoughts, gentlemen?
All I know, tomorrow night, Logan Paul's losing that U.S. title, with everybody saying L.A. Knight, yeah.
There you go. That's pretty much the story they're telling. He's dropping the belt. It's just, I didn't. Like I said before, they're not doing anything to get me excited for this. So
no, there's only one match I'm excited to watch, but that's only because of some of the work they've done, but mostly who's in it.
But yeah, no. LA Knight's walking out with the belt. We already know this. I just wish they would have done a better build. Because even Logan Paul came out seeming a little lost in his in-ring promo.
Anyways, we come back. We have a recap of the Unholy Union of Alba Fire and Isla Dawn. And then we get a post-break. Logan Paul is talking to Nick Aldis, telling him that he needs to fix it. Aldis promises he will take it up with Logan Paul's dignitaries. And back to the ring, we get Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair coming out separately together to take on the Unholy Union, Alba Fire, and Isla Dawn. A decent little match, not the best match. I don't know how to feel. I mean, not the biggest fan of Bianca Belair, but she really feels like she's fallen off the pace. And Jade Cargill just kind of feels like she's stagnant. I get the tag team. I get they're trying to keep her cover some of her weaknesses right now, but this tag team thing is just, I don't know. Anyways, in the end, Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair pick up the win because Blair Davenport storms the ring and causes a DQ, and Blair Davenport has aligned herself with Alba Fire and Isla Dawn, at least for tonight. What will this mean in the future? Will this mean we're going to get a 6-woman tag match tomorrow night when Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill team up with Naomi to take on Blair Davenport and the Unholy Union? Will this be a pre-show matchup? I won't be surprised if we get a couple of surprise matches that may be leading to this. But I guess we're going to have to wait and see. Of course, post-match, they all brawled before they were before the heels stood tall.
When you look at it, they kind of painted themselves in a booking corner. It's like, did the Unholy Union retain, or do you put the belts back on Bianca and Jade? And I was like, this is actually not the worst idea, in my opinion. Plus, it gives Blair Davenport something to do. We're giving her some kind of direction.
I could definitely agree with that one. I just, like you said, it's just more of a corner book at this point. I mean, I honestly thought that Bianca and Jade were gonna walk out with the belts, but even I was wrong.
Anyways, from there we come back from break, and here's Nia Jax with Tiffy. She has something for Tiffy, Princess Tiffy. She's the queen that Tiffany Stratton is her princess. Anyways, Nia Jax presents her with a new Tiffy-esque briefcase, and reminds her she can have it as long as she doesn't cash it on Nia Jax when she wins tomorrow night. She promises and acts like a little schoolgirl as she's rewarded a new Money in the Bank briefcase. Chelsea Green and Piper Niven walk in. Green says she would have made the case with more diamonds and a little more green, blah, blah. Cool. Confusing why Chelsea Green is attacking Tiffy unless we're going to turn Tiffy babyface here. I don't know. A very interesting scenario. What's going on here? What? Anybody gonna say anything?
Nothing.
You have nothing to say about Tiffy time.
I'm like, so I'm looking at Mr. Clarke. Is he gonna say anything? It's Tiffy time. No.
Not for the time. I mean, she's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm enjoying the ride. See where it goes between her and Nia. See where it goes. I guess now we're gonna add Chelsea Green.
I don't know. I don't have a whole lot to say. It was just a segment, and we got a new Money in the Bank briefcase.
Yeah.
That's all. How long it'll be around, we don't know.
I give points for creativity. I mean, the idea of the side bag looks good. It fits.
Miguel, do you have anything to say on the sideboard in the comments over here?
Not anything that would keep us on air.
Gotcha.
Anyways, the Bloodline come out to the ring. Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga are going to take on DIY. In the back, Tommaso Ciampa comes walking through the back with Johnny Gargano. Johnny Gargano gives his history of watching SummerSlam in this arena. Now being back in Cleveland after 28 years, he's half of the tag team champion. He's going to go in here and do his thing. And we got a decent match. Eventually, Tongaleo and Solo interfere, spiking Tommaso Ciampa in the throat, putting him out of the match. Johnny Gargano was left on his own. Johnny Gargano got a massive comeback, looking like he was going to come up with a big win. Hits the Poison Rana on Jacob Fatu, which does nothing. Jacob Fatu then killed Johnny Gargano. This man super kicked him, bounced him off the rope, threw him up in the air, hit the flying Samoa drop, then bounced once off the middle rope to the top rope, did his springboarding moonsault, and then in an executioner or the Impaler DDT on Johnny Gargano, and you knew Johnny Gargano was dead. This match went 9 minutes, 14 seconds. Your winners are the Bloodline. They are the new tag team champions. DIY getting a short tag team run with the titles for whatever reason. I think they booked themselves into a corner here. The Bloodline's got the tag team titles. Yep. Is this going to build to Jimmy and Jay getting the tag team titles off the new Bloodline? Is this part of that story there? It's going to be very, very interesting how this all plays out. I don't know if I was a big fan of this ending. Again, we did have somebody early in the comments going, why do they always lose in their hometown? Johnny Gargano was at home losing the tag team titles.
Yeah.
I don't know how to feel about any of this.
Yeah.
I don't know how to feel about... I don't know anything here. It's just... It is what it is. It was a weird moment in time.
It feels like, again, one, it looks like they booked themselves in the corner. But on top of that, it feels like they're telegraphing, well, the Bloodline has the tag titles. Castillo is not winning the WWE title tomorrow night.
He might. Who knows? Bloodline rules. Are they going to put all the titles on them? Will Roman come out and go? How do we even know it's going to be Solo Sikoa? What if Roman Reigns? They keep saying the Tribal Chief. What if Roman Reigns is still the Tribal Chief and pulling all the strings and they're setting this up for Roman Reigns to show up? What if Solo's playing everybody?
Is it a possibility? That would be smart writing, but
yeah, I don't know if it'd be smart writing. It'd be interesting writing.
I don't know.
Story. I don't. Again, here's the bigger question.
That's what I call smart writing. A good story to me is smart writing.
Well, yeah. But if Roman Reigns shows up tomorrow, what reason would he have to help Cody win? Just to stop Solo from winning?
Yeah, I don't. That's a theory. But I don't think he's going to stop necessarily Solo from winning. I think Cody's going to beat them. Then he comes out to deal with his business.
Well, do we believe Randy's going to make his return and Kevin Owens are going to make the return? Is Jimmy Uso making a return? How is Cody going to compete against all these guys? Because he's going to have a 4-on-1.
I don't know.
He's going to have a 4-on-1 match.
Right.
Now, granted, we know Randy, we know Kevin, we know Jay, we know Jimmy, we know Sammy can all play their part in this. We don't need all the over the top world. We don't need a John Cena and a Undertaker to show up to
Undertaker
de-escalate the situation. Will The Rock show up? Will The Rock play a role? Will Roman play a role? Will Hikuleo show up? Will Solo Fatu show up? There's so many crazy names. That
we can't say Sammy's showing up to help. We can't say Sammy's showing up to help because, by the way it looks, Braun Breaker's going to end up, splitting this guy in half anyways.
Maybe. I don't know. They haven't really booked
That's
Braun
probably
Breaker.
true.
inch away, but it does seem like somebody's paying attention. Somebody's listening to us on here when we say that Braun Breaker should be booked like a Goldberg-esque style, not Goldberg
Yeah,
himself.
I seen that you shared that earlier. Yeah.
Sounds like somebody out there is paying attention.
Oh, we know people are
I guess
listening.
that's why the NXT is outshining again the main card roster. Just the Heartbreak Kid knows what's going on.
Yeah, like I said, I said this on our preview, on our rundown. This is the first show that I don't. It's not predictable because you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, there's your favorites, but do you actually know who's going to win? No. None of these matches. You don't know for sure.
Nothing's for sure. I mean, we can pick and endorse and say it seems like it's going this way, but anything is quite possible.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, hell, I mean, can we go back as far as something you don't know? I mean, hell, they let Jinder Mahal win the title. So, I mean, who saw that coming?
You don't get a better example than that. And the scary part is I was happy for the guy.
I think we all were. That's the thing. Because it was something different compared to the norm that we were getting. And even them fans weren't happy about it.
No, of course not. Then I think a lot of, at least us internet fans, we felt it was being done for political reasons, not because they wanted to make him champion.
Right.
Anyways, we've got a few more minutes because, I mean, we've only gotten 30 minutes. We can't really just wrap a show in 30 minutes and call it a done day. I mean,
well, I mean, someone hopes we will, but I mean, he's still here, so enjoy, sir. I hope you're enjoying the show.
But yeah, it's an interesting show. SmackDown was, what it was. Not a whole lot to talk about. Again, better than last week, yes, but not a whole lot to talk about.
Yeah.
And we see where Mr. Z stands.
There's no reason to why the show is so short.
Oh yeah. You like that?
Could be short.
No, I don't like it.
What?
You're not
We're
great
not
on
gonna-
a different level. He wants to be acknowledged as the one. Yes, I know.
No, we all know the real finger you want to put up, but I mean, it's YouTube, folks.
Anyway,
You can't always pull a Steve Austin.
Anyway,
Damn times we actually have to be mature.
I mean, I gotta quit. I mean, is there a what if factor that LA Knight doesn't win? I mean, what do you do with him then?
With what's going on in the real world, I'd be highly surprised if Logan Paul retains the title. Now, from a heel standpoint, from a heel character, I wouldn't mind it. But
if there wasn't a lot of
I
heat
know
on
there
Logan
might
Paul
just be
right
backlash.
now, if there wasn't so much heat on Logan Paul,
Bro,
I wouldn't be mad if Logan Paul won. It would hurt LA Knight in a way, but I wouldn't be mad if Logan Paul was still United States champion after this. But it's going to be interesting to see how that plays
I mean,
out.
Logan Paul, with the way he's been lately, he should be the endorsement. He should endorse Tasty Toes.
No, that's you.
That's my own
That's
personal
you
opinion.
Alone. No, that's you. You're
I
all
need
Tasty Toes.
I need an endorsement.
No, you are Tasty Toes. You are the endorsement. You are the brand. You are the face. No, you don't get to pass that buck.
Yes, I can.
No. Nope, it's all you.
Besides, we don't have the funds to pay Logan Paul.
Oh yeah, that's
Why
right.
would I pay Logan Paul? Why would I play anybody when I have Tasty Toes himself right here? The king of Tasty Toes, the king of mouth and foot. I mean, there's nobody better than Mr. Z. That's the bottom line. That's the facts. Why would I pay anybody? We've got the man of the hour, the man with the power, the man of the tasty toast, the man of the foot and the mouth.
The master of the foot and mouth.
Yeah.
Somebody get their Michael Buffer voice going on.
Oh man.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Cameo. Cameo.
Word! I forgot about that.
Mr. Tasty Toes. Toes.
Yeah.
I'll go with Mr. Kennedy
That
way
works.
with that.
We'll take that.
Live on your YouTube screen each and every week right here on the Value of Wrestling. It's the one, the only, the original Mr. Tasty Toes himself. You know what?
Thank
Maybe
you.
we should make Tasty Toes into an energy drink. Now you can get your energy with toes. You can drink your toes.
Hey, if I can't come up with the taglines for these products, then
We can have Tasty Toes energy drink. You can have toe flavor or tofu flavor. And toe jam flavored, like raspberry flavored, strawberry
They're
flavored.
terrible
toe jam.
ideas.
yeah, but in that kind of market, we
But
make
in
a
that
lot
market,
of money.
look at Woo Energy. I mean, look at the name of some of the brands out here that are out there, okay? Energy drinks have all the
Well,
time.
at least makes sense.
Yes, but there's a lot of them that
Yeah,
don't
but
out
Tasty
there.
Toes, and I mean with that'd be a platform.
Look at Nas. What is Nas? Nas is a freaking gas. So, I mean, you know.
Which is, it gives you the idea of fast cars, hence
know.
the energy.
Yes,
Again,
well,
they're making it make sense.
Tasty Toes will give you the magic energy. If that's the magic energy drink, you can be Tasty Toes himself. You can be like Mr. Z with one drink of Tasty Toes energy. You can have the untold energy of Tasty
Foot and
Toes.
mouth.
Yes, foot and mouth. You can put your foot in the
That's too
mouth with
fungal for my taste.
fungal energy. There you go. Little mushroom in there, and then you got the fungi covered.
Oh,
Okay.
jeez. Oh, no.
For those who like to microdose,
Oh, no.
Hey, wait until we figure out how to come out with the Tasty Toes weed strand.
Woo!
Now tell me pot doesn't
now you
have
see
some of the,
Mr. Z, he perked up there.
now tell me pot
Yeah.
doesn't have some of the weirdest names in it that Tasty Toes would not fit in a pot line.
Oh, Tasty Toes would fit perfectly.
Exactly. You can taste the magic of Tasty Toes.
Oh, good Lord.
Tasty Toes pot brownies. Tasty Toes pot cookies. Tasty Toes hard candy so you can suck on toes.
Oh,
No, it's a sucker. Shaped like a foot.
Yes. You can get your tasty foot sucker. When you're feeling down and need a little pick-me-up, just pick up your Tasty Toe foot sucker and suck away. Or if you just have one of those weird fetishes, now you can suck on a foot, nobody will judge you.
Oof.
Are we going to turn this into like some kind of fruit candy as well? I don't know. Toes by the foot?
Ooh, there you go.
Oh no.
Kitty, how you doing? Kitty.
Fightful Wrestling posted Stephanie Valkyria's response to Roxanne Perez with a picture of her holding her hand over her eyes, looking out into the crowd, saying this is every time she sees her and mentions her name.
Have you seen the video of Stephanie Valkyrie and just her underwear?
Oh.
That's out there on
That
Twitter.
sounds nice.
That is out there on Twitter.
Oh, we're weird. Well, yeah. Well, I mean, you came here. You have to be a part of the bunch. It happens.
Name me one professional wrestling fan who is not weird in some sense. That's not saying much.
No, not at all. I still admire the ones that go on full cosplay to shows. I mean, that's great. That takes a lot of commitment.
For sure.
But yeah, it'll be a busy weekend. We have tomorrow night. We have your SmackDown post-show review, and then we have your SummerSlam post-show review. Good God, I gotta get straight. And Sunday we'll be back with your weekly roundup. We'll cover up everything in the week of professional wrestling. A lot of stuff on the channel. I guess New Japan Rebound podcast. It's really blowing it up. One of the highest viewed, the highest viewed show in the history. Blowing it up, hot and heavy. So that was awesome to see. And
Yeah, that was
plenty more to come back. And
that was.
Go ahead.
It's nice to see it. It's nice to see us growing as far as the audience is concerned. It's a great thing. Thank you for coming, everybody.
Everybody who's still here. The 4 people that are here.
Oh yeah, we got people here. Yeah, the weird ones. We're here.
No, we're the weirdos, not the sickos. Just remember that.
There you go. So let's make sure we get that out there.
Well, unless we join the Wyatt family or the Wyatt sick.
Mm-hmm.
I might be willing to do that one. I definitely do it before I join
Yeah.
the bloodline, so.
Yeah, I don't know.
Britt Baker on the beach showing off her beach wear. Guess that's what happens when you get suspended for 2 weeks in Spain.
Everyone's saying here that this week will be the downfall of that company because they're going to try it again.
I can't believe what they're going to do. I mean, it's one thing when you take CM Punk and Jack Perry and show that video footage because it was made such a big deal of originally. Like, oh, no, we're never going to let anybody see this. We have to hide this away. And then it was like, oh, Punk talked bad about us, so now we're going to show it to do something. And it really didn't do much of anything. And some people argue, oh, it made you got help Jack Perry get over it. I'm like, is he? Is he really over?
Did it?
I mean, go ahead.
Certain people in the AEW fandom, yes. To the overall professional wrestling fandom, I don't think it did anything.
I mean, it's like it gave him a new character, but it was short-lived, and now he just looks like a dumbass that's been hung up on the side of a gate and almost lit on fire twice. I mean, it's kind of like, what they tried. I mean, the whole elite thing's dead now. I mean, I don't know how you make I don't even get why it's going to be Matthew and Nicholas showing this video footage between MJF and Britt Baker, which really kills the fact that there is reality to this, that Britt Baker said something. MJF's girlfriend was in the locker room for whatever reason, went to him, said whatever to him. This caused Britt Baker to be pissed off and not want her in the locker room because, I mean, I get it. If you're talking amongst your friends or people and somebody's an outsider, I guess, that's there and overhears you and then goes, "Bee, bee." I get why you're being pissed off. Why MJF is not suspended after he supposedly, from the reports I'm hearing, went into the women's locker room. Now, it doesn't say he kicked the doors in, but he may have barged in. I don't know. It's still waiting for more information about that. I guess Sammy Guevara is back, at least on Ring of Honor. It looks like he's aligning himself with Dustin Rhodes.
Whoa. Okay. I just seen the picture you were talking about earlier. That's all good. Stephanie Buckier.
I'll share that in the chat. I've been trying to look for it to share it for you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Because Mr. Clarke hasn't seen it, apparently. Anyways, I shared where Sammy Guevara's back in Ring of Honor.
I got you guys covered.
That's in there.
For the save.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. So now the Elite are going to show the video footage and talk about it for the first time ever. Like, this just happened, and we're already gonna rush. No, that's not the one I'm talking about. There was a
No, not that one.
No,
That's one. Oh, oh, okay.
there's another one where she's standing in a room, and
I'm still wondering, when did Alicia Atout go from Richard Holiday to MJF? When did she start dating MJF? Because last I knew, this was before she left MLW, before they left MLW, meaning Richard Holiday and Alicia Atout. Like, they were still dating. So when did she go to MJF? But that's kind of scenes, that's real life. I don't know. I'm not saying you do. But I'm saying that was kind of my first thing. I'm like, huh?
It apparently happened at some point in time, and that's where we are today. It's they are a champion or a couple, and I guess she was in the women's locker room, and Britt Baker not happy. Britt Baker getting suspended. MJF not getting suspended for whatever reason. I don't know. I think it's stupid drama.
I'm also wondering, why is Britt Baker getting suspended over words? I can understand if there was a fight, but I mean, words.
Apparently, there was some type of altercation in the back, and she threw a fit and told Tony Khan off. I don't know if she also, if part of her telling Will Washington to go fuck off with his creative plans was any part of this that just led up to a culmination of things. But I'm hearing a lot of rumors that Britt Baker.
Unfortunately, we don't know.
That Britt Baker and Adam Cole may be looking to get out of AEW now. Of course, there was recent rumors that.
Well, like I said in the chat, the grass isn't always greener. I'm pretty sure the money's good, but
Adam Cole's
not. Money doesn't always talk for everybody.
Adam Cole, for the most part, is dead in AEW. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
What you do to bring him back? I mean, you have to pretty much reset him.
You can figure it out, but it would take a lot of work.
And he's not, and that's not the company that can put in that kind of work. They can barely make it over the next couple of weeks.
Oh, they could. They just don't want to.
They're a day-by-day operation.
Yeah. They go through moment by moment and live by the seat of their pants until Tony Khan gets bored. How did we go from Tony Khan being, the difference maker, the change maker, the alternative to WWE under Redacted's time period, to him being pretty much the Redacted of this era, where he's pretty much booking for his shits and giggles?
Yeah, pretty
Tony
much.
Khan himself has said he had a 3-year plan. His first 3 years. Go back and look at that. And after that plan, after he figured out who he wanted his world champions to be, that's when it started to go kaput. He had no more plan.
I just like the response that how I like the pictures and the videos of everyone that's sent and posted of Mr. Khan at Comic-Con looking completely wired out to the gills. Announcing matches.
I don't know. It's just crazy to watch this stuff and go, what in the world is going on every time I turn around? Like, this used to be the alternative. It used to be something exciting. And now it's just like, you can't feel anything because it feels like Tony Khan plays with his favorite toys. It's like he's pulled out his action figures and battled in the ring. Now he can do it in real life. I guess, yeah. I mean, I know we've all been there, the fantasy book and write up things, but I think at some point, even as a person, you have to have the idea. Like, this show wouldn't work without the three of us. If you've ever watched where I've tried to do this, one of us has tried to do things that are by ourselves sometimes, depending, yes, I can bring in the news and read your reports, but to have a full conversation or the detail, it's really hard to do a review show on a show by yourself sometimes. I mean, some people can do it and they do a good job at it, but again, I mean, what is it when you're giving your opinion and it's one way? I mean, you don't have people to bounce ideas off of or different things, which you guys don't see behind the scenes. What works, what doesn't work, what we debate and getting into, and I mean, and this is where I'm like, what does Tony Khan do? Does he just think he runs everything and it's just all him and he's going to do whatever he wants? And then,
Yes, because the Reddit boards say I am the best at what I do.
the Reddit boards are trolls. All these people that he listens to are freaking trolls that are trolling him. And he won't wake up to the reality of it. They've got him in a mind warp. They have freaked his brain over so hardcore, I don't think he knows what reality is anymore.
Someone needs to do a moment by moment of his look, how he's changed, because he looked like he's aged 10, 20 years in the time span of AEW.
I don't know. I mean,
Dress will definitely age you, and it shows.
it's in a. I don't know. I don't know what to say about him or what's going on. Of course, I mean, again, I don't know if we can really praise Triple H in his recent run here. SummerSlam seems flat in its own right.
Right.
And that's fully on Triple H. I mean, I don't know where he's going either. He had such high praises coming out of WrestleMania, and then it just kind of feels like he's flying by the seat of his pants.
No, we're just looking forward to Joe Hendry's next return to NXT.
Yeah.
That's pretty much where we're at.
That's bad, though. I mean,
yeah.
That's just sad to think that that's what we're waiting for with Triple H.
Definitely.
And we should be expecting more from that in that sense.
Yeah, but you never know. What happens tomorrow, it might shock the world. So, I mean, only one way to find out.
SummerSlam can turn it around, depending, but I mean, it's like, I don't know if I have enough faith in it, because it's like, I think we're more in for the surprises than the actual matches. Nope, not that one either.
We've also kind of got trained.
That one either. But you said in the chat.
Oh, that's what you're saying no to. Okay.
There's one where she was in a room and she was.
I think we've also kind of got trained a little bit or spoiled. Well, I've seen a couple of them where she's like holding her phone and she's in.
Yeah.
Underwear. Anyways, that's neither here nor there at the moment. We've kind of, especially with WrestleMania 40, I think we got kind of spoiled for surprises. So now that we're wanting to get into that mode again, where it's like, okay, so what's next? What's the next big surprise? As opposed to doing all you can to make the show itself without surprises really good.
Right.
Tomorrow night, AEW
but there's one thing we can say. It's a sellout crowd. It's a full house every day.
Okay. You can't say that. It's not a sellout crowd.
Really?
What are you saying? It's a sellout crowd? That show wasn't a sold out crowd. Tomorrow night's SummerSlam's not sold out. You got to be careful what you say when you start saying sold out, because people will nitpick on that. So unless you actually have the backing on that.
Oh yeah, no, you
look it up.
You're good. I'll look it up. It's good. I got you.
You need to be
I
careful when you say that scenario. Anyway,
well, it's a lot fuller than AEW's house.
Tomorrow night, yes, this is true, but AEW is booking smaller venues. Anyway, tomorrow night, AEW's Collision will start at a special time, 5 Eastern, 4 Central. Yeah, 5 p.m. Eastern, 4 Central, to compete with SummerSlam. Ahead of his match, yes, and it'll be the Proto Star, Kyle Fletcher, taking on the Machine, Brian Cage.
Who?
The Proto Star, Kyle Fletcher, taking on the Machine, Brian Cage.
Oh, Brian Cage decided to show up again. Okay, cool.
MVP's WWE contract officially expired today, which we knew was coming up. We'll see what happens if he winds up in AEW. I don't think that'll be the beneficiary. I don't know. It'll be another old guy in AEW that came over from WWE. That's a good
No.
one. Still not the one I've seen, but
You would think, like, at this point, it's more about the money than anything else, right?
a lot of people are taking the money. Hell, it seems like Buddy Matthews was offered a contract he couldn't refuse to stay in AEW. And I don't know how much you have to pay somebody to basically not use him. I mean, money's great, but I mean, in professional
Not
wrestling,
much, because these guys are sitting at home collecting it.
yes, but the rumor is Tony Khan came to Buddy Matthews and offered him a whole heap of a deal to basically stay with the company, and the deal was so good that Buddy Matthews stayed. And I was just like, but what point do you go, money's not worth it if I'm not being used on a show or building my career or my character or building stock in who I am for the future? I mean, you say Buddy Matthews, as much as we'd love to see Buddy Matthews shine, we know in AEW he never will.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be regulated to being a part of the House of Black, but he's not taken seriously or built into a way that would be considered serious. Now, yes, Tony might find a new favorite toy and decide to play with him for a little bit because he paid him a whole bunch of money, but then again, how much is he paying Okada? And look at that. And Mercedes Moné is the highest paid woman in professional wrestling. And look what they're getting for that value. Complete cringe.
All I'm going to say is
whole lot of
WWE
dancing.
made the right call.
Yes, they did. That's just, it's sad. Like, all that talent and nothing.
What talent?
And how much
now?
of that talent is pre-produced when she was with WWE?
I'm just saying talent in general. You got that roster. Yeah, every one of
I
them
see
is
what you're saying.
talented individual.
For
But
sure.
what is he doing with them?
Well, he's already overexposed Will Ospreay. I feel like Will
That's why I don't-
Ospreay's energy he had is almost
done.
dead. People are not as excited to see
Yeah.
Will Ospreay.
No. I mean, you're talking to your New Japan guy here. I mean, I'm not excited to see anybody there anymore. And then you put probably one of the baddest dudes in Ishii with the best friends, or with Pockets, or whatever you want to call them.
The congregation with
No.
Orange Cassidy and Briscoe.
ROH World Champion. Yeah, there you go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we won't even start on Briscoe. I mean, we love to see him. We love the fact that he's finally on TV. It's just what they've done to him too.
Sammy Guevara made his return to the company with an unexpected appearance on the July 28th Ring of Honor taping, where he saved Dustin Rhodes from a deep beatdown by the Dark Order. During the latest set of tapings on for August 3rd edition of AEW Collision, which is tomorrow night, Dustin Rhodes, Ross Von Erich, and Marshall Von Erich delivered a promo that was interrupted by Guevara. Guevara expressed his desires to team up with Rhodes. Therefore, it's quite clear that Guevara will be engaging in a program with Dustin Rhodes for the time being. So, from Jericho to Dustin Rhodes.
You know what? I wouldn't mind being under Dustin Rhodes' learning tree, though.
No,
So-
there we go. Yeah, teach that boy how to work safely. We've all seen that there were reports of the Hardys being out there tonight after this week too, right?
Will Washington told Conan.
It was earlier this morning.
What was?
That the Hardy Boys had a meeting with WWE.
Yes. Oh, yeah. No, they've had meetings. They are in Cleveland. that was only a matter of time. Jeff has been very adamant about wanting to wrap up his career with WWE and get their Hall of Fame nomination. I think next year's in the Hall of Fame. Las Vegas, it's perfect. Give them their big glory moment. Let them have a great match at WrestleMania in Las Vegas, and they can wrestle for a little bit here and on, and maybe they can help go down to Performance Center and help coach and teach the younger crowds, and do something on their own. Maybe Matt can bring the real Broken Hardy into WWE to compete with the White Sick. Who knows? But Will Washington told Conan he was the writer for the African American talent after Jericho told him that they don't have writers and there are no creative teams or pre-meetings before shows in AEW.
So we know there's one writer, but that might be just for Mercedes.
Well, Will Washington's there. He writes. I don't know what he writes, but I hear they have writers within
Will
the company.
Will Washington wears a multitude of hats.
Yeah.
Let's just say he's more on the digital side of things, though, and creative pitches.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Well, okie dokie.
But yeah. What's up, Kitty? Are you bored? Are you mad? Are you staring at me like that? Are you like, it's time to end this shit? Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be back tomorrow night with your SummerSlam post-show review. When the post-show, when's that? I can talk, I swear. After SummerSlam's over, we will give you a post-show. Of course, who knows how we're going to feel because it starts at like 1 p.m. our time and goes forever. But anywho, SummerSlam should be a great show. Then we'll be back Sunday for your weekly Roundup podcast, and then we'll be back for the continuing week of all the wonderful stuff. Check us out on Patreon. Check us out every morning for the state and wrestling history. Lots of stuff to come. SummerSlam tomorrow. Big news, big stuff. Lots of fun stuff to talk about. Can't